Hey guys, this is Vic. Got a really quick tip to share with you. This is probably something you've seen before, but I just wanted to point this out um, just because this one little tip. I'm referring to the comp search field with this right here. This really helped me out a lot on my last project that I did um, for one of my templates. That this element here is part of. This is Let me just play this for you. This is part of my modular HUD interface version 3 project file that you can get on VideoHive. Let me just show you that. That's this right here. Alright, so it's called modular HUD interface. There's 24 of these different elements. This is just one of them here. Anyway, this is made up, the line animation is made up of shape layers that I animated. And if we play that one more time for you, there's probably about 74 different layers that make this up, and those layers exist inside of one of these shape layers. So let me twirl this, let me isolate this first, and I'll show you that indeed is one layer. Alright, but inside this one layer there's sub-layers under the contents section here. Let me twirl that down, and you'll see that this content section is made up of a ton of keyframes, a ton of layers here. So you can see here on the side there's so many keyframes. So it took me a little while to animate this, and I primarily used the trim paths attribute that you can find if you twirl this open here. You'll find it right here. Oh, you can't see it, but it's in here. Alright, it's called trim paths, and let me just show you what that looks like in here. Go in here, you'll see that I animated the end attribute inside the trim paths attribute. And here are the keyframes. And that basically just builds a line from 0 to to a full line. It makes it grow. Okay, so there's a lot of lines, and it became a pain after a while to go in here, twirl these open. If I wanted to make adjustments, twirl the trim paths open for this one, and then adjust these. That was a hassle. So that's where this search field is handy. So for this example, I'm just going to talk about how I access the trim paths. So quickly up here. And this goes for anything. You want to access different attributes like opacity, position, rotation, whatever it is, you can do so. But I'm going to just type in, make sure the layer selected that you want to work on. I'm going to type in trim paths. And as you can see, once I do that, this will show you only the attributes called trim paths. Right? If we just keep scrolling down, you can see they're all there, all the ones with the keyframes. This kind of helps, but as you can see, I still have to twirl down the trim paths attribute. I don't want to do that. I want to go directly to this one attribute inside of that trim paths called end. That's what I want to access, so I can just go through here and just quickly adjust these keyframes. So instead of typing trim paths up here, we can actually just type end, and it's going to search for everything called end inside of that layer. So now it opened up the trim paths attribute for me, and all the ends are showing for me now. So I can just now go in here quickly and just adjust some of these keyframes. I want to make these a little faster or slower. Just go in here quickly, and I don't have to twirl anything down. It's already there for me. So let's see, what else can we search for? If we want to search for opacities, instead of going in here and looking for opacity, we can just go up here and just type in opacity, and there we go. Everything that has opacity will pop up for you, and you can now go in here and adjust keyframes. Now it's going to show you, for this example, it's showing us everything called opacity. Alright, so some of these are keyframes, some of these are not. And it's just going to show everything for you. You don't, you're going to have to just make sure you're, obviously some of these are keyframed. Make sure you adjust the correct ones. Let's say if for this one layer called horizontal line, there's two different opacities here. Why is that? That's because, let me close it and open that up. That's because the stroke attribute has an opacity attribute for the stroke, and there's also an opacity attribute for the transform of that certain sublayer. So there's two opacities. So just, it's going to show you all the opacities. Just make sure you're going to be working with the right one. And there's some presets in here. If you click on this little drop down here, you'll see that there's presets for you. If you want to click on the position rotation scale one, it's going to show you everything that has position rotation scale. Okay. So yeah, hopefully that was clear. It's a little late for me tonight, and I just had a little time to make this, but I hope this helps you and really helped me a ton. If you have any questions, please feel free to post or any comments. That'd be great. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Bye.